Right, so as previously mentioned, me and Becca, and actually Joe Bell, who's not here tonight, and Shana and other people have been doing NaPoWriMo, which is National Poem Writing Month, which is apparently going on for about 9 years or something. You can find out about it if you Google it, NaPoWriMo. You can find our efforts on our blog, which is mostly Nocturnal Scribbler, WordPress. I'm going to read in order now the 4 poems I have so far from that. And the first one, I know John hates this when I do this, that some of these came out of one of his workshops using things called haikus, which are basically dice with words on. And these are not haikus, these are pops, which were done by Jack Kerouac. And it's 575 words, rather, and not even that sometimes, but mine are 575 words. So it's an American bastardization of haiku. And this one was called April Fool, because it was the 1st of April. Juddering on the magic bus, I spy Japanese students camera phoning each other, looking winsome under blossom. We walk along between narcissi, corkscrewing up the spiral of the year. Boy, the sun feels good. One flock under the moon, which was large and xanthine last night. Look up, baby, he said. This next one was done on the 2nd, and it's not quite a found poem, it's what's called a sculpted poem, because rather than using one block of text, I chose words in order from an article in Elle magazine about a designer, so this was what came from it, and the title of it is the title of the article, Work of Art. Mark my words, it's not just that. It's hyper-real, fast-moving, all the names I've promised, vying in a hive. That summer was spiked with jewels, sculpted, elegant, photoreal. Why am I telling you all this? Breathless, rattling off candid matters. It went up in flames, a riot, an awareness in the bloodline. 9 years of alarm, a lack of structure. She didn't have a clue. Seeing the stars she couldn't sew, dreamt of perfume bottles, glass blowing, inspired to cause a stir, proud of it. Dresses kaleidoscopic, swirls solid. Okay, and this will be the 3rd of April. And this one was taken from a workshop which I did with this Rebecca and another Rebecca, and I did it using free writing and then bashed it into what I call a broken sonnet. I mean, it's got 14 lines and a volta, that's about it. And it was the free writing line was taken from a children's book called The Door in the Air by Margaret May, which is rather wonderful, which I loved very greatly as a child, and that's what this is what came out of it. He smiled rosily, blushing in the light of her confidence. Possible songs burst into his mind of wild strawberries squashed juicily onto each other's lips. Reclining on Technicolor flick-checked picnic rugs, near high skin-scoring hedgerows in the summer to come. Now in the early night of the year, the dark consumes all his laughs, giving him time to show her the constellations memorized, that awkward summer of the voice breaking and thigh bones lengthening, before the damp and sudden flesh urges. He marvels now at the patience he had under that colander sky, Orion and the moon, calmly observing him, with its scarred cataract surface, the skeins of clouds like lashes fluttering. So this was today's effort, which basically I've been rifling through possibly 6 months to a year's worth of notebooks, and I found something I wrote. I think it was some writing about beds, and this is what came out of it that I bashed into another broken sonnet today in about an hour before getting in the bath to come here. In this so long single life in which my rumpled, not creaking bed was shared with snoring friends in black skinny jeans worn to silver birch, not naked needing lovers, I had found the time to stay out at parties till dawn, stalk suburban streets alone under mauve skies. I plucked a fat-headed flower, layered as shark's teeth, flushed pink as my weary cheeks. And I bit deep, an oral he loves me not, with no one in mind, spitting petals on the pavement, torn, battered, tattered, useless as my heavy head and heart. I'm pretty sure this came out of the bit of free writing we did before the International Women's Day started, using a Carol Ann Duffy poem. But yes, this is not NaPoWriMo. This is other poems I've been doing in recent times. But yes, this is the poem that's come out of that. So again, it doesn't have a title, it's very new. Time is not ours to measure, no knowing how we shine and how long. There are no sands visible in the hourglass, for us or nearly anyone. Time expands and contracts, gnarled and smooth. There are no charms or amulets you could use here to make time behave as it should. No sane person would want to. Having a true, unbending measure of time would drive you mad. You would miss the stained glass of dragonflies, fur in the split casings of roast chestnuts, the patter of rain on your own window at 4 a.m, crocuses in the park, and the particular quality of the dark near your panelled front door. And your lover would tire of you, staring at their face, using every minute to love them. Their lips would chap, and scolding, not wooing, would fill your ears. Something would leave town. No longer would they stroke your hair at all, instead find it empty, bird-nested. Complain you had not brushed it.